Hello everyone, MovieManCHAD here, reporting for my own YouTube channel and also We Live Film. Some people watch it, but we live it. And I actually just saw my first film of the LA Film Festival taking place June 10th through June 18th. Sadly, I cannot upload this video until a week later, so there might be more movie reviews from me that happened before this, even though I saw them after this. Confusing, I know, but gotta follow some of the rules of the press. Thankfully, I'm here because of press. I got my pass yesterday. Here's my pass that I picked up yesterday thanks to We Live Film that I'm reporting for. But let's talk about the first movie that I saw at the fest. Today I went to a press screening of a movie called Frank and Cindy. This movie is based on a true story and also based on a documentary from 2007 that I knew nothing about until watching this movie, or after watching this film, that actually it is based on a true story. Though watching it, I was thinking, like, this has got to be based on some truth. Maybe there's a real documentary out there that showcased this story first. So this movie takes place in Los Angeles as a young filmmaker, graduates from school of some kind, and goes back to live with his mom, who he's been estranged from a long time. Her name is Cindy, and she is living with her husband, the filmmaker's stepfather, who is named Frank, who once had a promising career in the 1980s. He's a one-hit wonder. He played, he opened up for Hall & Oates at one time, and the filmmaker guy who is GJ in the movie, so there's a lot of truth going on in this film, is dealing with the fact that he is stuck in the situation that he's gonna, he's looking to get out, to move on to a different school, maybe start his life, but move back in, live with his mom and his stepdad to just kind of figure out things. He does have a father, but his father is kind of estranged from him as well. In the film, Cindy is played by Renee Russo, the great actress Renee Russo. Frank is played by Oliver Platt, and GJ is played by Johnny Simmons. There's also another actress in here that I noticed from Evil Dead and Fun Size, and I believe her name is Jane. She's kind of the love interest of GJ's character. So lots of interesting characters, lots of great actors. How was the movie? Well, extremely interesting from the way the movie began. It felt like a documentary. We're introduced in this film like it's a documentary. Then we find out what happened kind of 3 weeks that led up to where this movie actually goes. I'm not going to spoil anything in this review unless you've seen the 2007 documentary, which I'm very interested in seeing now after watching this movie. Very piqued my interest to see the real people, even though there is footage at the end of the film that showcases who the real people were and, of course, who the actors who are playing them. What a very interesting film. At times I was reminded of a documentary and HBO movie called Grey Gardens. First, of course, it was a documentary following around some very interesting people. Then it was turned into an HBO film that kind of showed how this movie actually got made. And there's lots of similarities between Grey Gardens and this. In Grey Gardens, the filmmakers weren't related to the subjects, like in this film, but there's a lot of interesting things with the camera work and just the craziness that happens between the Frank and Cindy character. Lots of arguments, lots of bickering and fighting and love making. These people love each other, but they, have been together for such a long time and are kind of put in a weird situation because at one time Frank was really famous and she was kind of latched onto that. I like the dynamic between the three characters, the son and the parents. The really interesting dynamic going on there is he's trying to deal with his future. He's found a love. He has found someone that he kind of cares about, and then wants to bring her home. But then there's all this chaos going on at home, and because all this happens, he decides to document it and film it and turn it into a documentary, hoping that it may fix him or help him with his situation, or just tell people about the craziness thing going on with his mom and his relationship with his mom and the relationship he has with Frank. He doesn't really like to call him dad or stepdad, he just calls him Frank. And you learn this in the film, and the acting from Renee Russo and Oliver Platt are the reasons I'm going to recommend this movie highly, because it's their performances. They've been working in the business forever, and we don't get to see them kind of in a starring role every once. Sometimes they're mainly like the supporting cast, the bumbling something. Renee Russo thanks to her husband, put her in Nightcrawler. She did a fabulous job, like award-winning work in that film. But we don't get to see these two actors in front of the camera that much, especially being almost the stars. They are supporting characters in this film, but they're also main characters in this film as well, and they're so interesting to watch. They're the reason that I'm going to give this a good, solid recommendation. I hope that it does get a wide release as the months go on. I think it's going to be premiering here at I went to a press screening of this, but it'll be premiering here later during the week. I think I have to wait till that happens, and then I can post this review of Frank and Cindy, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good movie that I would definitely recommend, especially if you love Rene Russo, you love Oliver Plant, and if you're aware of this story. Like me, I wasn't. I kind of went in this movie completely blind, but after walking away, I felt like it was good. Good film that gave us really some solid performances, some great performances, interesting character development, and just an interesting idea. Having said all that about the film, I'm very interested, more interested actually now knowing that there's a documentary, see the real people. I think that hopefully will be a much better film than this, because I think the real stuff is so much more interesting than the fiction. Even though this is based on a true story, I just think like that would be more interesting. So I'd really like to see that film from 2007. I'm definitely going to search it out, see if it's online or something. But so that was the first film I've seen, even though there's many reviews that have come before this. Can't wait to post this up. But in the comment box below, what do you think of Oliver Plant? What do you think of Rene Russo? Have you seen this film somehow, somewhere? Let me know in the comment box below. I don't know when it's going to get released officially, but it's definitely something worth checking out. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at my next video from the LA Film Festival 2015. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.